Hello and welcome. Well, today we are going to look at Terra Invicta. So the last time I played Terra Invicta, it was on the version 0.428, I think, for the Humanity First campaign, which I made videos about. And a lot of stuff has changed since then, and there are some more interesting updates coming up soon. So I wanted to basically look into the game again. And I have one campaign left out, which is the initiative, and then I have every campaign done on the brutal difficulty. Not all of the campaigns I did on YouTube, but some of them. So for example, I think I didn't do the Resistance. No, Resistance I did the Phoenix. Humanity First was also... Yeah, which one didn't I do? I think Protectorate I didn't do on YouTube, but I'm not 100% sure. The initiative in the end is the one which is still missing currently. And I have only checked out some of the patch notes, and I don't exactly know what else has changed, but what I want to do right now is to check out the initial stuff I can see and what it might influence. Now we are playing the initiative, which is definitely a little bit different as far as I know in regards to other factions. But in the end we will again fight the aliens and everything, so not too much weird stuff there. I'm going to skip the story parts here, so like the intro video and the everything else, which will be part of the main campaign. So this one is just basically a precursor, just checking out some stuff. I don't want to make a very long episode about it, like 15 minutes or something. Just talk about stuff I can see, what I might consider, and how I want to maybe open up the campaign, because I will not do USA stuff. So instead I definitely want to look around and consider other things. So basically, okay. Yeah, so as far as I know, the priorities have changed. So we now have economy, that's all the same, but environment is new. So that's okay. So the climate change part, it has been moved out of the welfare part. Government has moved out of knowledge, which is very good, because that was very annoying that you always had to use knowledge. Oppression is new. So it does what? Reduces unrest and government score, okay. Funding, spoils, boost, okay, that's all the same, more or less. In general, the UI has been overhauled, as far as I can see. And also what's new are these breakdown, where are they? I just saw something somewhere. Yeah, here, yeah. Saw something like this. Yeah, so we can see the breakdowns, what has changed. That's interesting. That's also helpful to see where stuff comes from. Okay, what do we have here? Mission. We have new...
Where do you need me?
This didn't change much, though. Okay, so we start with a judge and an attorney. So we don't start science-focused like the academy. Instead, we start focused on influence and money and something in between. Okay, Hyperion works at the start. That's interesting. Let's buy this. Doesn't really change much, but... Oh, this is also new. A bit overhauled, the UI in general. Yeah, the base data are still the same, basically. But it's just a little bit overhauled here in the design. Okay, in the end, what I still want to do is grab Kazakhstan. Ooh, what's that? Academy has 50% here. Oh, that's annoying.
Standing by for orders.
But we do start with some
ready for orders.
Investigation. And actually a crackdown and a purge.
Ready for orders.
On both of them. Ooh,
Where to?
That's pretty
At
neat.
your service. I'm here.
That's something you struggled with sometimes if you didn't get the proper
Reporting in.
guys first. Okay, so let's get Kazakhstan. We can invest 4 here.
Taking control.
And we should get a 3rd one here. Oh, the recruit button here is gone. Interesting. And a monthly ledger is new. Ah, it tells us what we get from which councilor. And from what we get from our command points? What was it named? Managing control points, yeah. Okay, let's hire someone. Judge. What can we get for 30? Nothing. Ugh. Ooh, 120 is in there. A member of the political police. Ugh. Okay, so the judge here would be nice. Pick learner and government. So we wait until we have 60 to buy him. What else is new? Let's check it out. Solar system. Ah, yeah, that's still the zoom out thing. Wait a second, the UI also has changed a bit here. Speed a rocket must attain to reach a low stable orbit. Ah, okay, so we do now get the information what kind of KPS we need to get into orbit. That's useful. Orbit information hasn't changed there. Okay. Yeah, it's basically all the same. Just slightly more prettier. Wait a second, what's that? We cannot power any here with powerful in this current technology. Okay, interesting. And if we zoom out and go, for example, to Earth again. So Earth here has multiplier between 0.59 and 0.997. The value degrades dramatically for space far from the sun. Okay. Ooh. Okay, interesting. That's to be seen how that works in detail. Wait a second, there are stations here. Do they use... Yeah, they have a solar collector here. So, yeah, it still says like 15 income, okay. So it didn't change much in that regard. But it's just how it gets calculated, apparently. Okay, what else do we have? We have the council, nations. Also more or less the same. Let's check where we are. Eritrea. That's all nations we don't really care about. Maybe Iraq for some spoils. We definitely want to run money heavy here and early space. What should we get here? 25. That's nothing. Intel. Yeah, we checked that already. Summary is the same. Okay, so it's just mostly an UI overhaul here in this regard, but the points investment here is different. So actually for an initiative campaign, we probably don't care about the climate change part. We just want to get boost and money and get to space and fight the aliens. And I'm not sure what the win conditions are for the initiative. But probably doesn't really matter that much. But I think that I want to bring the fight to the aliens relatively quickly. So that will be something worth doing for. Now I'm...
It has always
yeah. Now we can buy that guy. No, her. Judge. Confirm. And we still want someone else, but we do only have 40 left. But we get 20 from the skill, from the mission. My question is, what else do we need? Maybe a scientist, actually. Innovative. Ooh, that's nice. 10% unlock chance is a lot. Ethical is, however, annoying. Did anything else change here? Cynic, Earthbound, Officer. These all look the same like back then. Tech module. Systems engineer. That's new. Plus 2% on mission control. Technocrat gives same as before. Rich. Anxious. Veteran. Shady. That's also new. More to spoils. Ooh, that's nice. Actually, that might be interesting for us. Also criminal. Paranoid is not nice, but... He starts with detain, purge, heal, assassinate, coup etat. Yeah, actually we need someone for coup etat. Because we don't have anyone, right? Yeah, 0. Command. Here, officer. Government. Maybe we want the kingpin here instead. Because he's also a quick learner. And Shady sounds nice for us with more spoils. I'll confirm.
We found something.
We're out in front of this for now.
Okay. So I'm considering... So we want to do Kazakhstan again. And if we don't want to do Kazakhstan into the Americas, which we usually played, there's only the two options that either you do Kazakhstan into China, which I don't know, maybe. But I'm somewhat leaning towards Russia, Kazakhstan, because first of all it plays well hand in hand, and after I don't know, 22 warheads. I don't know when you can do the unifications. I know that there's some kind of cooldown somewhere. Okay, let's change here to alien signatures. Bah. Actually, we don't need to rush this one. What's that? Money income, research. Yeah, I think research is still better.
We've gained significant support.
Okay. And now we start going kleptocratic here because we need money as fast as possible. We don't need this one. This one is also not important, but this one would be nice. 75 income. The links research group would also be nice because of boost and science. 340, which we don't have yet. Okay, so also we probably have still experience left to use. Attorney. It's a question who to put up. Maybe the elder statesman here should be our main persuasion person. Maybe. So, let's keep the stuff
Ready
for the
my
moment.
mission.
So basically we want... Oh, wait a second. Who has public campaign? Oh, nobody. Okay, we made a mistake here. Okay, so good that this is not the main campaign. Okay, so that's something different. You don't start with anyone with public campaign, so we need to buy someone with public campaign. That's something we can already see from the beginning here. So this question is, does anyone have that? Yeah, this guy here, the hacker. Ooh, that's a terrible start. Only this guy with 2 persuasion has public campaign at all. Crazy. Is there anything which gives us? No. Ooh, yeah, that's a terrible start with the councilors. In the end, it doesn't really matter right now because we are just looking around, not actually actively playing this, but I think that I want to play around Russia here. So go for the regions because we have a lot of claims here. And for example, integrating Tashkent here, which is this one, 34 million people. So we can get Russia up to like 200 million really quickly. And then the GDP plus everything we can improve on is a really nice starting basis for everything else. And we can spoil all these super small nations here, which really doesn't matter to us when we merge them at some point. But we can get some temporary money out of this. So basically, if we spoil here, we get 25 per point. It's not much, but it's a lot for the early game. And we do have things like these 3 small nations here, Armenia, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. We do have Turkmenistan to spoil, Uzbekistan to spoil, Tajikistan to spoil, and Kyrgyzstan to spoil. And maybe even stuff here, because if I saw it correctly, we also have claims here on Vilnius and stuff. So these ones would be something we want to take. Use their science basically to boost us up. And then pull them out of the European Union. Make them weaker this way. So that we can form our Super Eurasian Union. Is there anything else I forget about? It looks like... Ah yeah, Moldova here. That's also something we can spoil. Just 4 million people with a very marginal GDP. So basically we can spoil in the early game. These countries get some money going for our early space program. And we invest Russia and Kazakhstan into boost when we take them over. So basically as soon as we have gotten some stuff early on, we can use that. That sounds like a really good idea.
To our side. Acknowledged.
Yeah, without public campaigns, it's pretty much unlikely to happen
Establishing control.
Ready.
But we are not playing this for...
We'll bring this nation to our side.
Ready for my mission.
Go here.
Establishing our presence.
Yeah, so getting Russia would get us the boost from Kazakhstan indirectly. But we want to have both as fast as possible, basically, but without public
Our
campaign.
presence is growing.
That's not likely.
Taking over.
We've gained significant support.
Yeah, we got spotted. It's okay. So we get 2.5 boost here and 0.73. So basically 3.2 when we get both states. And
Our supporters are in place.
we probably also get a little bit of boost here. Yeah, 0.02. Yeah, that's not a lot, but fine.
We must not only...
And then we can invest stuff here into more boost. So we can now kleptocratic, but we can already switch into something like probably this. Make sure that the economy doesn't shrink, that we keep the inequality at a certain level here. We don't want to shrink it max, that it's not necessary. And we want to grow mostly boost. So maybe we want to go to 50% here actually. Something like this. And that we same we want to do on Russia probably. And we also need to
Your orders?
control the unrest here as soon as we can.
We'll make things safe.
Because it's on strife.
What's the
Here we
op?
also on strife.
Ready to go.
Yeah, so we're not really getting
Bringing them on
decent
board.
chances here on Russia now,
Where do you
but
need me?
doesn't matter.
Bringing them on board.
Really doesn't
I'm
matter.
here.
But we can use the side effects from having nations next to it. So we can just work here.
Bringing them on.
Getting more neighboring countries under our control will also get us more stuff here.
They are here to cleanse our...
Okay, yeah, I think that's a good idea. So we go Kazakhstan, Russia for a
Violence is
change.
abating.
For a change here. And I mean that's
Our
a little bit,
supporters are in place.
that's less than when you go United States plus Kazakhstan. But if I recall correctly, there has been some changes in regards to coup d'etats and how they work in federations.
We
So
were
I think that
unable to establish control.
it's more likely
got
that
our
we get
people in
attacked
place.
there. which would be annoying. We can do a new... So we can do a new one here, which is like 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. Like this. Save. Set as default.
We'll be running this place in no time.
We believe we can.
Yeah, and then we need to get boost and get into the space. A new fleet has arrived.
The trick is not to look.
I don't know if anything else has changed here, but I saw something here. Yeah, we have a new tech. Oh, that's also nice. Infection modifiers, actually. Okay, that's the fuel reduction. Tech tree. It has also been changed. Yeah, nice. It's a very good one. A good change. That's the main text as we are used to. On first glance, not much has changed here. Okay, full tree. Is there also changes here? No, it's also just a different UI now. So for example, chemical rockets is something we want to aim for as fast as possible. And then we probably want to build a ship. Oh, the the surface to orbit fighters. That's something we maybe want to do actually. So how do we get there? Can you still highlight this? It's here now. Required next generation aerospace. Okay. Feels a bit expensive, basically. I mean, we need to get to Principle of Space Warfare anyway, but getting next generation aerospace just to get these kind of surface to orbit fighters seems a bit expensive. But I don't know, maybe we can, for example, use Humanity First to unlock it for us, so when they do this. Is there anything else been changed here? You can see. Need to 1.5 boost for a station, which we are not going to do. We want to get to Moon, of course, as fast as possible. There's two sides with water. Something even with nobles here. But no missiles apparently. Interesting. Yeah, we have to. That's something we are going to. I'm going to look forward to. But basically, I do think that I want to play in Russia opening in my main campaign. And then let's go from there. Actually, let's check the faction projects out for Russia. So, tech tree, full tree. I'm not sure how it was called. I think Warsaw Pact was something. Restored Warsaw Pact, yes, exactly. Which was relatively early, right? Yeah, arrival international relations, which we need definitely. And that one will give us claims on Sofia, Prague, Berlin, Helsinki, Budapest, Katowice, Warsaw, Bucharest, and Bratislava. Okay, so basically Eastern Europe once again. And then we have forward Russia, which leads to getting Anchorage, a lot of Europe. Mongolia. So basically everything in Europe. And yeah, why not? And restored Commonwealth, what's that? That's United Kingdom. Yep, it might be something worth going for. Forward Russia, however, is 40,000 later on. So that's a lot to invest. Yeah, the big question really is what to do after Russia. So the CP of all of that is most likely around 200 if we unify the ones here that we currently have. Not currently have, but which are currently claimable. Like if we go for all of this, peacefully or aggressively. And then we could, of course, take over the European Union to a certain degree. But that would be nasty because we need to fight France to a certain degree. But we can, of course, take over the European Union, fold it into Russia here. Or we aim for China, for example, as a secondary state. Feel free to comment what you would like to see or what you prefer. Or India is also an option. So these two, basically. Or we go for something like the Caliphate as a next step here, which would be the southern parts here. But there will be overlapping claims between these two, which maybe is not that helpful. But we can do something here in Northern Africa, for example, if we don't want to take over one of the majors. In the end, in regards to space, I think I will follow my rough same plan as usual, but more aggressively this time. So we are going to try a fast-paced campaign. So we jump to Mars and Mercury and get science and money in general going, and build a fleet relatively fast. This will, however, require us to have stationary fleets at Earth, Mercury, and Mars to protect it. But that should be fun, because that means a lot of defensive battles early on. And we might push the AI into an early aggressiveness, which is also interesting to see. We might lose due to that, but I think I want to try it. And be following some kind of aggressive maneuvering here. Which also means that we are going to try to get something like an early ship out. As soon as we can. So, I don't know, can we already design a ship? Yeah, we can't design a ship yet. We need to have the first. But basically, I want to go really boost heavy. To get something going in space early. Which also means that we can use boost to build ships faster. When we don't have the materials yet. Of course, we want to get the moon base going as fast as possible. And ideally send something on the way to Mars as fast as possible. But then afterwards we immediately try to build ships to take down something in orbit of Earth. And that's, I don't know how fast we can be. If someone has ideas and tips, feel free to share. And that's something we aim for. So that's also what we are going to follow in research here. I'm not sure how we can manage to get ahead as fast as possible here. Actually, we could try something like the Nordic Union. Because they are research heavy here. So like 40, 55 and all in these countries here. We could unify them and then later on merge them into Russia with Forward Russia at a later point. That might be something. We only need to get Sweden and Finland out of the Union. Which is fine because we anyway want to get Latvia and Lithuania and everything out of the Union. That might be something worth going for. And we could make a separate space program here. So we could, for example, use Norway here or Sweden for a separate space program and then get this going. And also they are relatively high developed with a lot of IP, so we can use them for mission control. Their limit is 3 here, 2 here, 1 here, 2 here. Yeah, that's still something we can use actually. So that might be something. Nordic Union plus Russia. And let's take it from there basically. That's some science and decent boost, which could push out through the early game and get us to Mars and Mercury very quickly, which I wanted to do because I didn't do that last time, at least for Mercury. I always avoided it basically. Yeah, so leave a like, and I think the first episode will be recorded in like the next weeks. Looking forward to my Eastern holidays. But basically, that's rough. Yeah, I don't know when I will start the campaign, but relatively soonish, I guess. because I really want to check it out. I need to find out when the next patch will be delivered, because I read something about some major changes again, which would be interesting to take with me for the next campaign. So, leave a like, see you next time, and, well, have fun.